Sororities, groups of screaming girls, stupid pranks, random singing and dancing, and of course, partying. Wait, that's not right. At Pacific, sororities are different from the Hollywood version. At Pacific, there are 4 sororities on campus: Alpha Phi, Delta Gamma, Kappa Alpha Theta, and Delta Delta Delta. Each house is unique in their own way, but the sorority experience binds them together.
You got your sundress on for game day, just to drink beer on an hotel gate. You were born and raised to be
I would define a sorority as a group of women.
Well, I would define a sorority as a group of women.
I would define a sorority just like a group of women.
I define a sorority as a group of friends who are so close that they become family, they become your sisters, and they support you like a family support.
I define a sorority as an organization that takes college students, college women, and sets them up for success after college, and an organization that is committed to values and to bettering the sorority and fraternal movement.
I joined a sorority because, well, initially I had no interest in joining a sorority, and I just had all these bad stereotypes about it from movies and from just larger campuses where they get kind of out of hand. But I talked to people here and alumni from here that had great experiences with Greek life, and I just thought it would be a really good way to meet people, and it ended up being really good for me.
I joined a sorority because here at Pacific, I wanted to make better friends than what I was making my freshman year, and I really wanted that really tight-knit social circle. And also, I just thought that the women here on campus are so smart and so driven, so coming together as a group could only benefit all of us.
My reasons for joining an organization as a sophomore, I joined as a sophomore, are very different than when I graduated and if I were to join now. When I first joined my organization, I had just moved to a large institution, 26,000 undergraduate students. I didn't know a single soul. And so back then, joining an organization was being a part of a group on campus and having instant friends, and I didn't really understand the rest of it. I just knew that I was going to have awesome friends, and I was going to have these really cool letters, and it was going to be great, and I was going to have the time of my life. And I did have the time of my life, and I'm still having the time of my life right now as a member of Alpha Chi. If I were to go Greek now, I'd have a better understanding of exactly what it means to be Greek. I know that I do a little bit more research now, I think, than I did back then. But I think I really would still go with the same organization because I grew into those values, and I grew into Alpha Chi, and I grew into what it means to be a woman of the lyre. And so my reasons are very, very different, but I would definitely still go Alpha Chi again, and I would definitely still go Greek again.
My letters are a representation of the values of my sorority, and when I wear them with pride because they remind me that I am always going to be held to a higher standard, that I should want to hold myself to a higher standard, and that it's a way of life. It's a way of being the best you can be.
My letters would mean me just pretty much what any sorority would say, the letters mean what you want to live every single day of your life, the core values. For me anyways, establishing a perpetual bond of friendship, making new friends, developing myself as a person in college.
I think for each sorority, their letters mean something different to them, and for each member, the letters mean something to them individually. And for me, my letters make me feel proud of what they stand for. They make me feel independent and strong, and they give me a sense of why we were founded.
In our chapter, we always talk about wearing your letters as it's a thing you're doing all the time, and we especially with our school, we go to such a small school that most people know who everyone is, what everyone's associated with. So whether you're actually wearing your letters or not, someone's gonna know what you're doing, and it's gonna reflect upon your house and all your sisters. So I just think wearing your letters is like putting out like the best you whenever you're in a social situation, whether it be in the classroom, just meeting someone new, or at a party. It doesn't matter. You're kind of always wearing them.
My advice to the women currently involved in sororities here at Pacific is to enjoy it and to soak it up and to learn about your founders, learn about your values, learn about what it really means to wear that badge, and to really just think about it in everything that you do. It's hard sometimes. I know you can't remember it all the time, but when you're making those big decisions, it's as simple as thinking back to what would my founders do, and is what I'm doing now exemplifying the values of my organization, and would they be proud of me? Would my sisters be proud of me? Would those that came before me be proud of me? And so that's the only piece of advice that I have for you is to act in a way that would make your organization proud and would make your sisters proud.
I think my founders would be proud that I'm having a memorable college experience and having fun and enjoying everything. I don't know.
If my founders were around to see the way I acted or my sisters acted on the weekends, I don't think I could say they would be proud, and I don't think they could say that, but I don't think they could be disappointed either, because the women that we are founded upon really strives for independence and being your own woman, and I think I strive to do that on the weekends, and I do my own thing and don't let other people tell me what to do. I do what I want.
I think if my founders saw our actions on the weekends, that they would be okay with some parts of it and not okay with the other parts. I mean, we do still spend a lot of time together as a sisterhood, talking. We do have our chapter on the weekends. But, there are always the evening activities, which the founders may not have been down with. They had prohibition and all that stuff, so I don't know. I feel like they'd be okay with it. They'd understand that we are also trying to have fun, that this is a social as well as an academic and morally just standard system.
I think if my founders were around to see what we were doing on the weekends, yeah, I think you'd have to factor in that it is in the future and life's a lot different, but I don't know, I think for the most part, in terms of just like morals and like our character as a whole, I think they'd still be pretty proud. I don't know, they might not be down with frat parties, but I think they'd still be pretty proud of who we are.
What drew me to the one house, like, it's all the houses like share the same values, but like, I don't know, the house that I got drawn to was something that, like, I was so comfortable in that house. Everybody was really nice to me. Don't get me wrong, all the houses were nice to me too, but it's just like, you'll feel it inside of you, like when you go to that house, like you feel like it's home.
Those that are thinking about joining an organization, do it. That's my piece of advice. You won't regret it. You'll learn so much. It will give you so much. It will make you a better woman. And I promise you it'll change your life for the better.
As you can see from the testimonies given, sorority life at Pacific is something unique that everyone a part of it is proud of.
My little 85 Catholic Delta Tri-Del, she looks so